fight you.
And the person that they're angry at, they're not taking their frustration out on them. Because the reality is they're angry at their mama because she was domineering and control. They don't hang out with other men. Right. Yeah. And and what you said about about there's something good in all men, it kind of remind me of, something you said many years ago. You said, hey, what do you do? What do you do when, your mentor or somebody you love show you their backside? Everybody has a backside. Everybody have a backside. And so most times you hope to get the front. Sometimes you're going to get that backside. So nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And imperfect people love imperfect people. So imperfect people don't like perfect people. And so that's why a mama's boy never gets what he wants in life, because he's trying to be perfect, and you'll never be perfect in this life.
Even if he has to lie and be dishonest.
Even if he has to lie and be dishonest. Yeah.
Because like you said, this goes back to being appreciated, accepted, and being loved, and not being abandoned.
Right.
Because he feels like his performance is tied into his ability to be loved and to be appreciated.
Right.
So he will gloss it up as, it kind of reminds me, I bought this car one time, and man, this car ran good. It was such an amazing price. And by the time I got the car home, the thing was smoking. It was a piece of junk.
Right.
But they fixed it up enough for me to get it home. And by the time I got it home, man, y'all parked that thing in the garage, and it filled up the garage with smoke.
Huh. Mm-hmm.
So it looked good on the outside. It was clean. The seats was clean. But buddy, that engine had some problems.
Yeah.
And that's a nice guy. They look good. They so helpful, and they're just so nice.
Right. Yeah.
But they're dishonest. They're manipulative.
Right.
They're passive aggressive.
Yeah. And and talking about a nice guy being manipulative, because you're taught, especially if mom is a single parent. She's a single parent and she's raising her son by herself. She's taking care of herself. You don't really be a problem to your mom. You're taught that, hey, mom already struggling. She already got a lot on her. And so if I'm gonna be a good son, I wanna be low maintenance for mom. I don't wanna put a whole bunch of stuff on her. And so what happens is you're taught to be manipulative and manipulate, because you don't want to overtly come out and say, hey, this is what I want. No, you got to go in subtly and play games and mind games to try to get your way. Because, hey, I ain't trying to be no, I don't want to be no stumbling block. I ain't trying to put you out. Don't let me put you out now. And that's what you're taught as mama. Hey, you don't want to put no burden. You don't want to be a burden to your mom. She's already struggling. So how do you get what you want if you can't say, hey, this is what I need, this is what I want? No, you have to manipulate and play mind games.
And that makes you irritable.
It makes you irritable?
It makes you irritable. When you get around mama's boys, they're some of the most unhappiest men. And they complain. They complain about their girlfriend. I ain't getting enough sex. They complain about their job. Man, they treat me like I ain't nothing. And they just complain. And you make a suggestion or give them, they say, man, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that because of this.
Right. And it's never their fault.
Excuses. They make excuses. Oh, everybody's responsible for the reason why they're the way they are and why they're in the position they are.
Right. And that's learned, that's taught from mama. Because mama say, hey, you be a good son and you do what you're supposed to do, and you be a surrogate husband to me. Hey, get what you want in life. But out in the real world, you find out that that is not the case. And so it's always somebody else's fault. So hey, they treat me bad on that job. I hate the way they treat me. Well, leave. No, they're supposed to.
It's not that simple.
It's not that simple. They treat me like shit. Leave.
This is an emotional process.
Yes,
and it's deep. And when we talked about deep, we wasn't talking about the subject itself. We was just talking about how deep the emotional process is.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, also, Mommas Boys are passive aggressive. So they're indirect and they have issues expressing their frustration.
Try getting a straight answer from a mama's boy.
Right.
They're indecisive.
Yeah, they're indecisive. They're not on time. They're forgetful. Yeah. Well, how do you feel about that? Well, it was all right. When actuality, they want to say, hey, you do that shit again, I'm gonna knock you out.
Now you ain't no nice guy, are you?
That's it.
You ain't no mama's boy.
That's it. Try it.
I tell you something else too. You don't mess with them neither. They'll beat your butt. Them rascals will fight you because a lot of times they're real fragile.
They're fragile and they're angry.
And they will fight you.
And the person that they're angry at, they're not taking their frustration out on them because the reality is they're angry at their mama because she was domineering, controlling, and she ruined their lives. And so that's who you angry with. You're not angry at your wife. You're not angry at your girlfriend. Or maybe you got a boyfriend. You're not angry at your boyfriend. Or maybe you got a husband. You're not angry at your husband. You're angry at your mammy. Because mammy, you feel like your mammy ruined your life.
Yeah. That's the reality. And you're angry at yourself.
And you're angry at yourself.
Because you don't like the women you're getting. You don't like the money you're making. You don't like where you're living. You don't like the crap you put up with from other people. You're just unhappy.
Right. Yeah.
And you're fragile. You're a ticking time bomb.
Ticking time bomb.
Them rascals will fight you with the drop of the hat. You say, well, hey, what did I say?
Right.
All I said was, and they're ready to throw down.
Ready to bash your head into the white beat.
They'll hurt you.
They'll hurt you.
That's what mama's boy.
Yeah. So with that unhappiness, mama's boys have addictive personalities. So mama's boys, they're addicted to drugs, alcohol, porn, masturbation. You know, nice mama's boys, and they're also called nice guys. They love porn and masturbation because you're never going to get what you want. So you're never going to get a woman to give you sex on the regular.
So you get it in fantasy.
You get it in fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And you do it in the secrets, in the secret places, because you don't want nobody to know who you really are. Because, hey, if they find out, then they'll stop loving you. They'll abandon you.
Yeah. And oh, by the way, they ain't never on time.
Never on time.
And they forgetful. Buddy, they forget, ooh, I forgot. And what that is, that's passive aggressive.
That's passive aggressive.
That's aggressive, but displayed passively.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's deep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's deep. And you know, and I think we touched on this already, but mama's boys, they're full of rage. They're full of rage.
You don't know who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had one guy, he said, Mr. George, I don't know who I am. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know what a man is. And I'm thinking, it caught me off guard. I'm thinking, how could you know? I mean, he was a big dude.
Yeah.
I said, how could you not know? Because you can't tell that from looking at them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's sad. It's sad, and it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
And I can say from my own personal experience that I went through years of being angry and enraged because I was doing things that would probably make mom happy, but it wasn't making me happy.
Yeah.
And so, hey, as a mama's boy, you want to put that smile on mama's face.
Yeah.
You want mama to smile. But it may cost you your at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so it's all about mama's happiness. It's not what makes you happy. It's all about what makes mama happy.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that causes rage. And a mama's boy is a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
So you catch him at the wrong moment, he gonna explode.